Today we will be learning about the second alphabet of Urdu language, and that is Be. And this is how it's written. If this is your line in the notebook, you make this boat, Be, boat. That's a easy way of remembering. And then you put a dot under the line. So in your notebook, I want you to write like this. And the phonics of this is Ba. Ba. And it is called Be. I don't think it's very difficult to remember if you think of Be and a Be like this, and the sound it makes is like B, Ba. I think it's a short A, Ba. This is how you call it, and this is the sound it makes. And we will be learning quite a few alphabets which are written in this manner. So this is the very first alphabet that is written in this way. Let's do it one more time for revision purposes. Be. And this is how it's written in an unconjugated form. Be. Ba. Now let's learn some ways of writing it in a conjugated form. And the only other alphabet that we have done so far is Alif. So we will try to find words that only have Alif and Be in them. No problem, there are many. The very first word that I'll teach you is Alif and Be. Be and Alif, like if Alif is in front of Be, they're written in an unconjugated way. You better write this down in your notebook. This is a word called Ab. A-B. A-B. Ab. What does Ab mean? Ab means now. Ab, now. Let's do another word. Another word that comes to my mind is Ba. Ba. So now we see the conjugated form of Be. Be separate or after Alif is written like this, but when it comes before Alif in a word, then you just write part of it like this. And we learn that how it's connected with other alphabets, but for now we are only concerned with Alif. So just remember that if Alif is before Be, then you just write them separately. But if Be is before Alif, then it's just, you just take small tiny piece of Be and you write that. Now what does Be sound like? Ba. B. And then you add Alif to it like this. So this is a, ba, ba. So when you say Baba, Baba, that means dad. It's a very sweet way of saying father, and you know, a lot of kids in many countries, not only just the Indian subcontinent, but in countries where Arabic is spoken or Persian is spoken, they also call their dad Baba. So that's another word that you've learned, and you have started to conjugate words now. So just remember, we take a piece of bay and we add it to alif. This is the whole bay. We just take like this much out of it, and since the dot is the representative of the bay, we just put the dot here, and then we add whatever letter we have. So ba, ba. Okay, please write these notes down for you to understand. Now, how about a sentence? With only 2 letters, we are able to write a sentence. And that sentence is, let me write it with another color. Do you remember what this was? A, Baba, this means come here, Baba. So imagine like a small kid lying in bed at night, he's scared or something, and he's calling after his dad, and when the dad is standing in the doorway, he'll say, "Ah, Baba," or he can say, "Baba, ah." Another thing that is interesting about the word Baba is that it's not just limited for father. Baba is also used for old man. Any elderly man that you don't know by any other name, just call him Baba and it is fine. So what we learned today, we learned the letter B. We learned how to conjugate it with alif. First, we learned how to conjugate it after alif. In this case, we don't need to join them. This means ab, which is now. Then we learned ba, sorry, it's getting a little messy. Anyway, ba, which means dad or old man. We also learned that if we say a Baba or Baba a, it means Baba, come here. Baba can be a dad or the old man. So if you're walking somewhere in the streets of Pakistan and you see an old man selling something, you tell him Baba A. That's one way of saying it. So I hope the lesson in Bay was interesting for you guys. We learned quite a lot. We learned an actual sentence. We learned how to conjugate Bay. And let me see you in the next lesson. Bye.